Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oliver Nakakande. I just want to say thank you so much guys for tuning in, and if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. So I'm not going to waste any time. In this video I'm going to be talking about Miss Grand International 2024. What really happened? I have not done a pageant video in a long time. And I think it's been maybe like a year since I spoke about pageantry, but I feel like this is something that I really needed to talk about. And I'm so glad that, you know, when I commented on Rachel Gupta's video, many people reached out to me and they're like, okay, you need to share more, you need to speak up, you need to tell us your story, your side of the story. So my name is Oliver Nakakande and I am from Uganda. And in 2022, I participated in the pageant Miss Grand International, and that was in Indonesia. So we were in Bali and then in Jakarta. And honestly, I felt like, okay, that was the right thing to do. But I also learned a lot and I experienced a lot. Now, before I say something, when this lady came out, Rachel Gupta, she came out and she started, you know, speaking about everything like that she spoke about. If you haven't watched her video, go and watch her video. Especially if you're a pageant fan or a pageant lover or somebody looking to get into pageantry, you really need to watch this video before you get yourself into pageantry. Now, I want to leave a disclaimer. I've done other beauty pageants before, but this video is targeted to Miss Grand International. Miss Grand International only, not the other pageants. I did a video when I was comparing my experiences, and honestly speaking, the other pageant that I did, well, compared to Miss World, they're absolutely different. They're absolutely different. I'm going to repeat that. Miss Grand International is exactly how this lady put it. And as a contestant during the year, during the time that we were in Indonesia, I could only see a glimpse of what she talked about because I was not like the overall winner. So I didn't get to experience what she is experiencing, but I could see that there is some toxicity around here. And I want to say this with so much certainty that whatever this woman is saying is the absolute truth. Whatever she's saying is the absolute truth. Pageants, especially like that one, like Miss Grand International, they take advantage of girls. Like she talks about so many things that I'm going to be sharing and breaking down. And honestly speaking, I want to also use this opportunity to call many pageant girls from around the world. If you've taken part in this pageantry, you know that she's telling the truth. If you have taken part in Miss Grand International, you know that this girl is telling the truth. You know that she's telling the truth. Because let's be realistic. Everybody, when they go to compete, they want to get like the main crown, right? So there must be a very big reason why someone would just wake up and actually give away the crown. Like give up the crown. There must be some really tough stuff. You can see in the video, the girl is literally crying, remembering the worst 7 months of her life. It's hard to watch this video without crying. It's hard. It's honestly hard to watch the video without crying if you're really human and you have emotions. Now, I don't want to say I got an opportunity to be close to these people, but you know, I believe like life brings things along the way, maybe to teach you lessons, right? And I learned a lot of lessons. Now, in my previous video that I shared the link in Rachel Gupta's video, I was sharing about the dark truth because it was through that dark pageantry that I found my way to the light, and that is in Jesus. But before I get there, let's talk about what Rachel really talked about. And I'm going to try to break it down and give you my point of view. So let's get into it. She spoke about a lot of things, and one of the things that she really spoke about was the paying for votes. Now this, because I was also a contestant, I firsthand experienced it. I'm telling you, this is going to be a Me Too movement. I want everybody to come out, like all the girls who took part in this pageant, to come out and say, me too, because I know that everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has a story to tell about this pageant. And we need to stop the exploitation of girls. So many girls looking at the, the glam and the beauty and all whatever is happening on camera, but they don't know what's really happening behind the scenes. They don't know what's really happening behind the scenes. So before you admire this beauty queen, your role model, all that stuff, you never know what they're going through. And I'm so, so happy that Rachel Gupta came out and really spilled all the tea, all the secrets. And I admire her courage. I do admire her courage, because there's so many queens that win the overall title, they go through a lot and they just decide to keep quiet. You never hear their stories. They are going through a lot. So another reminder, check on your queens, make sure that they're doing great. And again, this video is only about Miss Grand International. So paying for votes, you guys, this is a thing in Miss Grand. These people are so money-minded. They don't care about anything else except your money. Your money, because you're the one who's gonna, pay for the votes and all that stuff. But also the contestant, we are required to put in a lot of money. I remember in my year, Brazil won, and I had rumors, I'm saying, that she or her family had invested over $250,000. $250,000, guys. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And honestly speaking, not everybody has that kind of money, but this is a business. We need to get this point straight. The president and the people who run that organization, Nawat, he's a businessman. He does not care about anything except money. That's it. He does not care about anything except money. So that thing of paying for votes is absolutely true, and I can testify to that. Another thing that Rachel Gupta mentioned in her video is about body shaming. You guys, she mentioned that she reached a point where somebody would, start pinching parts of her body, like she's telling her that you need to lose weight here, you need to lose weight here. Excuse me? Oh my God. But wait a minute. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I am literally not surprised, because these people care about I don't know what a perfect body looks like, but they have painted a picture of a perfect body for a perfect queen. And that's why in the video, Nawat was responding to Rachel and saying that she was not even beautiful. What? This thing is sickening. It's really, really sickening. How can you use such words? She's definitely beautiful. She is beautiful. I don't care what the world beauty standards are. We are beautiful. We are beautiful as people. And pageantry is not just about the outer beauty. It's about the inner beauty, the heart, your willingness to serve the community, to work, to put yourself out there. That is the true heart of pageantry. It's not about how small your waist is, how big your boobs are, how wide your eyes are. I saw this thing of widening eyes when I was in Indonesia. It's a thing. I don't know about this. I'm just fine bowling with my natural hair and everything, no makeup. And they're girl, they consider people of a certain size ugly and not beautiful. And they just have this image of beauty in their minds, which is so weird. Because let me tell you, the Bible that I read tells me that we are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God, and we are perfect. That literally means we are perfect. Okay, so do not let anybody lie to you otherwise. Look at this beautiful girl. Look at her. She's beautiful, but still they put a lot of pressure on her. Plus, putting this pressure on her, and they still could not even afford to give her a gym membership, a proper trainer, not even a yoga mat, wherever she was stranded. Come on, really, come on. And again, man, this is just sickening again. I don't want to get mad, but I'm already mad, because after watching this video, and it's just boiling all my emotions, reminding me of everything that happened. My goodness. Let me tell you, if you didn't, at the finale, they made some finale costumes, but if you could not fit in that thing, that's it. If you could not fit in that thing, that's it. You had to. People were not even eating. They were starving themselves to fit in these costumes. I love my food. I'm going to eat my food, right? Anyways, let's leave about body shaming and let's go to the next point. I already mentioned that, Nawad is a businessman. He's a real businessman. He does not care about anything except moolah, money. That's all. Dollars, shillings, whatever, pounds. Talk money, he's there. If you don't know how to make money, you're not useful. You're useless. Basically, he's looking for a business girl. Business girls, Miss World International. If you're not willing to surrender to his whatever is going to put forward to you to make money, sell chilies, or the way they used to do with the black Miss Grant that we had. She used to sell shrimp on TikTok. She used to sell all these silly snacks on TikTok. Can you imagine this? This is a person that is supposed to be championing stop the war and violence campaign, blah, blah, blah. This is all crap. It doesn't even exist. It is a big fat scam. It does not exist. It does not exist. So just know, if you want to go into this pageant, you're going at your own risk. They are just looking for a business partner, somebody to put on TikTok and start selling their potato chips, chilies, shrimp, and all that stuff. Okay? Not anybody serious. And again, I want to applaud this courageous woman for standing up and saying, I don't want to have this crown anymore. I'm going to stand for my values, my rights. She knows who she is. It takes a lot for her to do. It took a lot for her to do what she did, right? Because many girls would rather suffer, but not give up that crown. The crown is useless if you are not being valued. You are not standing for your values. You're being misled or doing things that you're not supposed to do. It's absolutely useless. So kudos to Rachel Gupta. Another thing that I want to talk about is that she mentioned that they didn't even allow her to review her contract. Like literally they give her a contract after she won and they're like, sign here. Like, you just have to be like a robot. Shut up and sign. Shut up and sign. Like, literally, that's what she said. Like, who does that? This is a contract that is going to, like, you're buying her life, right? Away. And she's like, can I, like, get my lawyer to, like, kind of, like, go through this? They're like, nope. If you want it, sign it. If you don't want it, we're going to get somebody else. Like, oh my God. Come on. Like, really? So you literally sign things that you do not understand. And that's what happened. That's what happened with this girl. She got into signing. And I think that's why Nawad is very confident. Like, if you want to sue me, you can come and sue me in Thailand. You can come and sue me in Thailand. Because he knows that the contract that they created, that they made, was in favor of the organization, not their queen. Literally, she didn't have any rights, right? They were in favor of everything. She didn't have any right. Okay? What happened to human rights? What happened? What happened to lawyers? What happened? Oh my goodness. I think, actually, I do believe they crowned the wrong person, but also the right person. I think they thought, she's going to be dumb. She's not going to be able to do what she did right now. She's not going to be able to speak up. Sometimes they undermine, like countries like Uganda, like India. They're like, oh no, it's like, I don't think so. She's not even like from the United States. I don't think she's well exposed. Boy, we are well exposed. We have lawyers. We know the right things to do. And kudos to India for this. Kudos to India for this. You didn't deserve that mistreatment, and I'm glad that you really stood up and fought for the rights. And I'm pretty sure that you're going to help so many people with this video. Another thing that I wanted to talk about that Rachel mentioned in her video is that they didn't fulfill what they had promised. So she spoke in the video that they did literally not fulfill what they promised. They had promised her, was it a penthouse, like an apartment or something? And she thought, oh my God, like, once I'm crowned, everything is going to be just perfect. Everything is going to be beautiful. I'm going to have my own apartment, a penthouse or whatever they promised. Only her to realize that they push her into a tiny little room in a hotel. And, you can get really frustrated in that little room. catastrophic. I think that's the word. Like you need space to breathe, to live, right? And so she ended up sharing accommodation at their accommodation somewhere, I don't know. And then they give her a room there, but still they ended up stealing from her. One day she says she comes back from an event and her money is missing. Like, who's responsible to take care of this girl? She's not even in her country. She's living in a foreign country. She signed a contract with you guys to work with you, but you're literally even now stealing from her. So that's honestly unacceptable. Unacceptable. Right? And then she speaks about it like, shut up. You're not supposed to speak about it? Excuse me? Oh my goodness. We need to expose these people. We need to expose these people. Right? And also about the salary. She said, there is a salary like Miss Grant is supposed to get. And she said, honestly, she got 1 month. That was the first month of her crowning. She got 1 month of salary. All the past other 6 months, she has not gotten a penny. She's been crying, saying her family has been taking her through every single bill, taking care of every single bill. What is the organization doing with all this money? Using you as a clown on TikTok, selling these cheap products, and then not even paying you, not even like taking care of the basics, like even the wardrobe. Oh my God. Do you know the pressure that these girls have to like look their very best? She even mentioned that the point, there's been a point where they just come and go to an event. And then they just all meet there and act like everything is okay. Like we are mom and dad, like mama, papa, all this crap. Everything is not okay. Everything is absolutely wrong, right? Everything is wrong. Everything is wrong. And then she's smiling, waving, but deep in her heart, she's dying. I'm so happy that she spoke up. Rachel, I'm so happy that you spoke up, and I'm really, really proud of you. So another thing that she mentioned was that one time they were at this event, and then Teresa, she was talking to somebody else about a former queen who had reported an issue of sexual assault, right? Like sexual abuse or something. And then Teresa was like, nah, she's lying. She's lying. She didn't get abused. Excuse me. Man, first of all, beauty queens are, my God, they're like admired by so many people wherever you take them. If you do not provide security for them, what do you expect? What do you expect? They need security. Eh? They need security. Everybody's looking at this person like, oh my God, they won the best title or whatever. That's not even the best title, by the way. But just a perception of people, right? And still you can't take care of the queen. Like, how can somebody even get harassed sexually? Where are you? The person, the winner, has to be protected. There has to be some security where the bodyguards are very cheap, which shows that they really don't care about you. All they care about you is to fake it, sell products for them, and that's it. Another thing that she really mentioned was that about this end war and violence campaign, like she wanted to speak up. She wanted to use her voice. She wanted to be a change, to create awareness about these issues, but they did not give her a chance. And let me tell you, this is the heart of that pageant. This is what they say, oh, this is what we stand for. They do not stand for that. Let me tell you what they do stand for. What they do stand for is selling chips on TikTok, selling shrimp, all these chilies and all these stupid things. That's what they stand for. Not genuine human rights, not genuine issues that are happening in the world that are, causing people to leave their homes, refugees and all these things. They do not care. There's not a single genuine charity that they do. Everything they do is just for the camera. This woman literally said that even at her homecoming in the airport, they didn't book for the airport. They almost kicked them out but her dad fixed everything up. And then they showed up and they took credit and they took the content, not even like contributing like 1% to it. My God. I'm going to stop here because I feel like I'm just getting mad right now, honestly. I feel like I'm just getting disappointed and more furious about this organization. For me, I told you when I was there, it was all about looking perfect. You had to have like a tiny or like an I don't know, like a weird, I don't know, like what they call this thing? Like you have to look a certain way. Your eyes have to look a certain way. Your nose has to look a certain way. You know, your boobs. Everybody had a fake chest. You know, I talked about all the pressure that is behind all the surgeries. Listen, I'm not against all these plastic surgeries and all that stuff, but there's so much pressure in these pageants to do that stuff, even if you don't want it. But you know you're going for this stuff. You need to fix your nose. You need to fix your lips. You need to fix your boobies. You need to fix your eyes. You need to fix everything. What happened to natural beauty? What happened to natural beauty? Anyways, guys, I'm going to stop here because I don't want to get mad. But before I go, I want to answer some of the questions that you guys asked me in my on my video. So thank you, first of all, everybody who came from Rachel's video to support, on my video. Thank you so much. So someone said, this video was made 2 months ago. That was on the video that I created. If you haven't watched it, you should go and watch it, exposing dark pageants. I almost lost my life, you guys should be careful, even just beyond what the organization does in your face. There is so much darkness, and I'm speaking spiritual stuff. There's so much darkness that is involved in these things. There is so much that you're going to be exposed to that is against your belief or your spiritual belief or whatever. So as a Christian, I also felt really, I fell into attacks and I almost lost my soul because of these things. I want to read some comments. Somebody said, I love how honest you are. Beauty pageants, most of them have a whole different face than before. That's absolutely true. You deserved better, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Love from Czech Republic, Prague. Thank you so much. Somebody asked what's wrong with girls having Botox and fillers. Listen to her. The answer is also there. So, okay. So, like I said, personally, I feel like if you are doing Botox and fillers out of not pressure, I don't have any problem with that. But this pageant specifically pushes you to look a certain way. If there is a certain part of your body that you thought is perfect, they will force you to feel like, no, you have to have this enhanced or whatever, fix this. Even Rachel, she looks perfect right now, but they still picked on her. That's what I'm talking about. So there is nothing like beautiful to them except the standards that they really created in their mind. Somebody asked, so did you have any mistreatment from MGI? I just watched you talk about this girl you met during pageant. How is Nawat? Was he nice? Did you have food to eat there? Did they provide good accommodation? First of all, we paid for everything. We pay for everything, right? So obviously if you're there like for a month, you've paid like $5,000 for these things, right? This is something that you don't know. That's what national directors do. So obviously you're going to get a hotel, like a standard hotel. And then you're going to get like standard food, obviously with the collaborations that they make with all these restaurants. I didn't have any food or accommodation problems. What I did have was like the pretense that was there. And also I felt like I was very discriminated and a bit of racism in that competition as well. So how are the organizers themselves? I really felt like it was just like many people call it a cook show. Like, it was just about to make them money. They didn't care about you. They didn't care about the values. They didn't care about what you're bringing on the table. But we only see that for a month. Now, we need to listen to Rachel because she has seen this. She's now lived with these people. She's seen their true colors. Right? Okay. So, this is just a warning. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for, I'm going to stop there because there's so many questions. There's so many questions, but I'm going to stop there and warn everybody, to all the young women out there that are looking to enter into this specific pageant. You need to be careful. Let me repeat that. To all the young women out there looking to enter into Miss Grand International, you need to think otherwise, because the bad news is it is not what you think it is. It is not worth it. Take it from me, from Rachel, to you. And if you have any questions, make sure that you leave them under this video. And if there is any need, I'll make another one to answer them. Or if not, I'll just answer your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe and leave a like, share the video, comment, so that I get supported to make more content like this. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.